Hi guys, it's Danny. Alrighty, so I've already started the neem oil treatment for spider mites because I just couldn't wait anymore. So today I'm going to show you how I do things. I'm not sure if this is the correct way, but it's just what I think is best. Now, I don't think neem oil will solve all of my problems, but if it keeps the mite population to a minimum, woo, try saying that really fast. Yeah, I'm gonna be happy. So, alrighty, we'll start by preparing the solution. Okay, so I prepared the solution in a spray bottle. This is the type that has a pump, and it just makes life easier for me. This is a 1 liter container. I filled it with warm water, not cold water, almost all the way to the top. Now I'm using warm water because oils tend to solidify if you place them in contact with cold water, and that's not what I want to do. So this is actually pretty warm. It's not hot, but it is warm. You feel it is warm. Alrighty, so first I apply the neem oil, and I have here cold pressed neem oil. It's 100% pure. You don't need any of that. I don't know, there are some oils which are not cold pressed. I'm not sure exactly. They don't smell as bad as this, but they're not so good from what I read. So this is what I use, the stinky oil. So I will add to this quantity of water about half a teaspoon of neem oil. The recipe is actually with 1 gallon of water, but this is for those of you in the USA, so to 1 gallon of water you should put 1 teaspoon. I think I'm actually placing a little bit more than that, but why not? So let's place the neem oil inside. Oh my god, this smells so bad. Didn't I mention that I really hate the smell of neem oil? Now I know what you're gonna say, Danny, this is not a teaspoon, it's a tablespoon. Nope, it's a teaspoon, trust me, but I'm a freakishly tiny woman and things appear larger in my hands than they actually are. I dare you to keep a straight face. Alrighty, after the neem oil comes the dish detergent. You can use anything actually. I've actually used fairy whatever degreaser on my orchids and they were absolutely fine. But I'm just gonna use this one because I have a ton of it and it's really cheap. So the recipe would be 1 tablespoon per a gallon of water. I don't care about that. I just pour. There you go. Give it a good shake, and this is why I left some space here so I can actually shake it, because the neem oil is not gonna mix. Now you kind of have to shake it every time you use it, so when you go and spray your orchid, give it a good shake because the oil will solidify, or actually will clump together. And the orchid we'll be treating as an example today is gonna be this orchid. Now, I do keep them without media. If you didn't see the video, you can click the annotation on the screen right now. It's not an annotation, it's an info card. Anyway, I have water here, and what I do is I leave them 1 day with water. And this is because whatever mites will be on the roots will have to go up because there's water here, and they will eventually drown if they stay in water. So all I want is for the population of mites to come off the roots and up the plant. Now we're gonna take this baby to the shower and proceed. Okay, so I've taken the orchid from its container. It's really easy to do this. The container is empty, so I will give a rinse to this container. And now it's time for a shower for the orchid. This is actually a really important step because showering the orchid makes the majority of the adult population just be flushed out. And I know this because I checked them under my microscope. I'll get to the microscope later. But yeah, I just showered the orchid very, very well just to remove the, let's say, majority of the adult population. This, however, will not remove the eggs, but it will help nonetheless. And now it's time to actually spray the orchid. Give this a good shake. Action the pump, and let's start spraying. And I've actually sprayed all the orchid, all the nooks and crannies in between the leaves, and as much as I could. And one of the benefits of keeping your orchids unpotted is that you can do this and actually remove the excessive amount of liquid. And then it's just time to put it back. I'm in a really weird position right now, but yeah, there we go. And I'm just gonna place it back in its place. Okay, now about my microscope. I use this thing. It's a digital microscope. It's not really a microscope. It's just a camera that has good macro. And I did a video on this thing. You can check it in the info card right here if you want to learn more. And if you want to have something like this, it's not expensive. It's pretty cheap and it comes in handy. And this is actually what I use after treatments to see if the spider mites are still alive. And this is how I found out that all other methods failed. And I've tried window cleaners. I've tried pure detergent, I tried a lot of things, and then I looked with this guy to see if the spider mites died. They didn't. They just moved around. So this thing is not really a microscope. You cannot see cells and structures and stuff like that, but you can definitely see spider mites and other creatures, and I don't know. It's just fun to use. So if you want to learn more, just check the info card on this guy. So I'll do the treatment once a week, perhaps. I'm not sure if I'm gonna skip weeks, but I'll surely shower my orchids until I leave. So 3 or 4 months from now on, this is what I'm gonna do. And this is pretty much what I do with all of my orchids. I've already started to treat them. I treated these ones, I treated these ones. I still have a few more to unpot and to treat, but I'm doing them in the same time. So yeah, that's the thing. Now keep in mind that whatever water will remain in between the leaves and so on can create molds and can create rots and stuff like that. That's a risk that I am taking. I'm trying to dry them as much as I can, but it's not really super warm right now or windy to help me in the process. But that's that really. When you're dealing with a big population of spider mites, you kind of don't care anymore. To be fully honest, if my orchids are kept at the border, I'm not sure I'm gonna be very sad, because it's just gonna mean a life without spider mites, or hopefully a life without spider mites. And you know what, starting from scratch, been there, done that 100 times. I don't really care about it. I like starting from scratch somehow. Anyway, so yeah, that's the treatment. I really hope it's gonna work though. I really hope it's gonna keep the mite population down, because I do care about my orchids, as angry as they make me sometimes. It's not their fault that I was careless and I have a spider mite problem right now. But yeah, this is what happens. So this is the neem oil treatment that I'm doing right now. I've heard such good things about neem oil, but you know how it is. Sometimes it's just hype, and I'm actually a skeptic. But all I want is to keep the damn population down until I actually reach my greenhouse and I can do toxic treatments, and why not have predatory mites in my greenhouse and so on. It's a difference between having low populations and high populations. Low populations, they don't necessarily really affect orchids, but high populations, as you can see, can bring a virus, can bring all sorts of bacterial infections and all sorts of nasties on the leaves, and I really don't like that and so on. So yeah, the war begins. So okay guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to see more videos from me and stay up to date with my orchids and my videos, simply subscribe to my channel. I post on a regular basis. Also, feel free to leave me comments, suggestions, or questions you might have in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you. If you click on the left side of your screen, you'll be directed to orchidnature.com, where you'll find care sheets, identification sheets, and also you can talk to us in the forum section. And on the right side of your screen, you can click to watch another orchid video. Have a great day. Bye!